Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Java Classified. In previous video, I have already explained how to create a Spring Boot application and build that application in the Jenkins and run that application as well using Jenkins in the Windows system. So in today's session, we are going to explain if that application is already running in the Windows system, then first we need to stop that application or kill that port first, then we need to restart that application as well. So in this video I will create a Spring Boot application with MongoDB databases. In that application we will expose few endpoints and this application will use in the Jenkins for the creating builds and running builds as well. So I have already created a project, Spring Boot projects with MongoDB. So you can see in my screen I am going to C drive in here, going to Jenkins lab in here. You will see this application I have already created. This application GitHub link I will also provide in the description. You can check description box after this video. So I am going to open IntelliJ. I have already opened IntelliJ. So in here I am going to open this application. So going to Jenkins lab folder and Spring Boot Mongo REST Endpoints projects. Click OK. Now click this window. So it will download all the added dependency. If I go to in the project directory src folder, so you will see this is the resource folder. Here application YAML file there. In here I have added the server port number as well as MongoDB server information, MongoDB server URL. Now if I go to Java folder, in here you can see in the controller I have created 4 endpoint. This is a post API. In here I am going to take all the employees details. So if you go to in the model, this is the employee model. This model will also interact with the MongoDB database. You can see in this model I have added 4 property. One is ID, that is a ID primary key, and this is the employee name, this is the EMP location, and this is a EMP designation. Now if I go to repository, this is the employee repository, and here all the endpoints are exposed for inserting the data. This is the endpoints, this is the getting all the added employees in the databases, and this is the get employees detail by passing the IDs. This is the updating the data, and this API is used for deleting the employee detail. So I'm going to our Jenkins. So in here I'm going to login in the Jenkins, login 8080, enter the your username and credential. I'm entering it here. Click the new items. Here you can add this one. I'm going to form.xml file and copying this Spring Boot REST ends artifact IDs name. So copy this one, pasting in the items name, selecting the freestyle project. Click OK. Now in here I'm going to add as a NA description. If you have any description, then you can put. Right now I am entering NA. Now go to your build script. In here we need to go our particular directory where our project code is there. So I'm going to notepad. In here we will create a rest and create a script for creating build. So here I'm going to add this one. Now first step, go to project directory. In here you need to go using cd. Now our project directory. This is the project directory. So I'm going to add this path. Now we need to set second one, set maven path. So in here we need to use set path. In the path we need to pass percentage path percentage colon. Now we need to add our maven path in here. So selecting maven win, copying this path, going to notepad, pasting in here and adding semicolon. Now we need to, in the third step, we need to run a command to creating the build of the application. So in here we are using to just turn in it create build of Spring Boot application. So call, adding the call mbn clean package. This command is used for creating the build. So in the fourth step, check if check if output directory output directory exists or not. If not exist, then create new directory. So I'm going to write a script if not exist. So before doing this one, we need to add in here set jar file. So in the jar file, we are going to define target slash star dot jar, or we can add this one going to our project. This is the artifact ID. So copying this one, and we need to add version as well. Right now I am going to put as a hard coded. In upcoming video we will take this one as a dynamic. So this is the our jar file. Now we need to add output output directory. So in the output directory we are going to add C. Here you need to add as a this slash. So in here is Spring Boot build. This is the path, or you can add Jenkins SV build. This is the path. So first check that path is exist or not. If that path is not exist, then we need to create this path. So in here we are going to add mkdir, and now we need to add output directory and check if percentage error label, any error will occur, then not equal 0. Then we need to print in here echo colon echo. Now we need to add error and add failed to create directory, and we need to add exit slash v slash 1. Now in here we need to add echo successfully add the successfully 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 to created new directory colon add colon directory or output directory. So in the fifth step we need to copy the jar newly created folder. So in here we are going to check if exist colon percentage and our jar file. If jar file is exist, then we need to copy this jar to our newly created folder. So copy slash y, and now we need to add our jar file to our newly created folder. So newly created folder is a output directory called slash now this one, and also add if percentage error labels occur not equal 0, then we need to print echo add failed to copied jar into directory, and we need to exit slash v slash 1, and otherwise we need to add echo successfully copied jar to newly created folder. In here other we need to also add else echo failed echo jar not found in the percentage jar file information, and here we need to add directory target. Now we need to exit as well, exit slash v slash 1. This is the our first step which we need to copy in the our script build step script. So I'm copying this one. Now in the post build action we need to do the post action. So in here I am going to select post build task. Now in the build script you need to check this checkbox. Going to another one. In here I am going to write one another things for checking that build is already running or not. If that build is already running, then we need to stop that application first. So here I'm going to add echo off. Now we need to check first one run the we need to check first run the newly created build. Now in here I add echo check checking for build existing build is running or running or not. If running, then killing that port. So let's check for /f slash /f double colon double quote token tokens add 5 closing the this one. Now add 2 percentage in here we need to add single quote net state. This is a command which needs to use to find that build is running or not. Here add this icon. Now add one single and here find str. We need to add port as well, so I'm going to add port 9090. So let's check that port is correct or not. Going to property, yeah, that is a correct port of the application. So in here going to add this one. Now we need to add apps. Now single, here we need to find str listening. So for your information I'm going to showing you if application is running that port or not. So open to cmd. In here you need to type this one, enter it. There is no running port, so I'm going to add 9070. You can see this is the port. And if we be talking about the tokens, in the tokens I have added 5. So if you see in my cmd command, this is a 5 steps where port is appear. So 1 2 3 4 5. In the 5 steps the running process id is appearing. So that's why I have added in the tokens equal to 5. In here I am going to copy this one. Now we need to add single quote and then we need to add do. In here do we are going to killing the task kill slash f. Now slash pid means process id. Now we need to add our process id information if, and then add if error label 1. Then we need to print echo trying to alternate kill method for pid percentage p. This is the printing the print PID information. Here we need to kill that one, that process if that is not killed by the above. So here we are adding WMIC process where double quote process ID equal to percentage P and then add delete. First it will kill the process ID. If facing any issue in the killing the process, then it will goes to in here if condition and then it will kill the process. Now we need to start that application. So for starting the application we need to use start /v. Now we need to add java -jar. Then we need to run our jar. So I'm going to use the directory this one, copying this directory. Now we need to use our jar name. So this is the jar, copying this jar information and pasting in here. So this is the command for running the jar and also adding one more steps if percentage error label percentage not equal 0, 0 नहीं है, then we need to print echo error failed to start jar and adding the exit slash v slash 1, copying this one as well in and putting this into our Jenkins post action script. So save this one. Now click the build icon. So I'm going to clicking this one. Let's check what happening here. If you see in the C drive, there is no Jenkins related folders there. This is the our project's Jenkins folder. But if you see new folder information, so this is the Jenkins SB build. So right now it is not there. It will take a few minutes because it is running in the first time, so that's why. Let's wait until application is not built. One more thing, we need to also check the MongoDB server, so we need to press window R button in here. We need to type services MSC. Now go to background running services. Here we need to type Mongo. Mongo is running, so that is fine. If Mongo is not running, then we need to restart Mongo. So let's wait until application is not built. Now it is going to build the test cases. I mean checking the test cases. So test cases is running fine. Now test cases is pass. Now application is running. Let's check. Build is success and let's check the newly created folder. So you will see this folder is created and this is the jar is appearing in here. So for checking purpose I am going to postman. In here we are going to hit the http endpoint. So typing http colon localhost colon 9090 slash. So I am going to our code and controller. In here I am going to type API employee. This is the API. Now we are going to hit this API. It will give all the employee related data. So now you will see only one data is appear in the DB. So that's why. And let's run this process again. So if you check this application is running or not. So this is the command. You will see this is the process ID. So I'm going to run again. In this time it will clean the first application, then it will run the newly build. I will also show you in the console. Just wait until build is not created. Now you can check in here test application is create, test build is running, test cases is running. So test cases is pass. If you see this is the process ID, and if you go to your in here 1792, so this is the process ID. 1792 ID not found. So this is the process ID because that is already killed, and this is the failed. Why application is failed? Okay, just 1 minute. I think I have added few wrong things, so that's why build is failed. Okay, actually build is running fine if you see. Okay, actually for killing the process it is taking time, so that's why. So I'm going to our build directory here. This is the killing process. Task kill PID. Okay, my bad. Actually, I have added the wrong thing, so that's why it is giving error. If you see in line number 7, we need to add here P. This is the process ID, but I have added PID, so that's why. So I'm just going to changing script, then it will run fine. If you see in the down, I am going to in here we are going to add PID. Now clicking save. Now click the build now option. Let's check what will happen. In this time application will run. Now test cases is running. Test cases is pass. Now application is going to start. But why it is failed? Okay, not found. Successfully terminated. This process is terminated. Let's check again. Okay, this is the another port. Application is running. The process 790 not found, trying to alternate method. Invalid query. Okay. Actually, he is giving the invalid query. Okay, here I have added the spelling mistake, so that's why. So I'm just correcting it. So going to our post build script in here, we need to correct the spelling here. So that's why it is giving lots of error. Clicking the save, clicking the build now. Let's check out console output. Actually, there that was a syntax error, so that's why build is not running properly. In this time, I hope it will run properly. Now test cases is completed. It is also trying to kill that one, but no instance is available. So now application is going to up and getting the success response. Also trying to get the data. You will see this data is appearing. So if you want to add add the data as well, so I'm going to adding raw JSON data. In here I'm going to adding Java and employee location as a India and removing the ID because that is not recommended. Here we need to adding SDE2 and here passing the post API, inserting this data into our DB. Why it is giving the bad response? employee name. Okay, we need to pass the ID as well. So in the ID I'm going to pass this one and clicking the SDE2, clicking the save icon. Why it is giving the bad response? Post API employee JSON. So let's check in the code. Post mapping valid. In here ID emp name. Okay, so I'm going to add SDE and entering. This is also giving the error. Why it is giving the bad response? Okay, so for ID I'm going to put like that. Let's check again. It is also giving. Actually in here it is fine. Okay, I will check in the next video, because in the next video we need to explain more about the Jenkins as well to take the dynamic data as well. One more thing we need to do in here, application is running fine. If you see, I am retrieving the data, so it is giving the data from the databases. So one more thing we can do one things, copying this script and pasting this script into our notepad. So I'm just copying this script and pasting in here, saving this script into our C drive. So I'm just right now I'm just going to Jenkins folder. And where is Jenkins? Okay, Jenkins SB directory. Here I'm going to creating this create build dot bat file. This bat file will use in the Jenkins folder for creating the builds for future purpose. If Jenkins server is crashed or anything happen in that scenario, your script will be safe. Now going to also copying the other script as well, copying this script and pasting in the another tab, saving this script. So in here run sv rest sv rest api script dot byte. So these two script we will use into our Jenkins directory. So in here I'm going to removing all those things. Just we need to add one more thing, echo on. In here we are going to define set script path. In the script path we are going to copying this path and slash create script path, copying this path, pasting in here. Now we are going to run this script, call double quote percentage. In here we are going to adding this script percentage and closing the double quote. Here we are going to add echo build created successfully. I am going to add this one in this section. And here we are also need to add if error logs script for the checking purpose. So I'm just copying this syntax in here and pasting that one. Failed to failed to run by script. Now same things, copying this syntax and adding in the above as well. Going to create build. Copying these things and pasting these things in the post script as well. Post build action script. So in here copying this one, build running successfully. This information I have just added here. Failed to run script, that is fine. Here we are going to add other one script, run sv folder script. Run sv folder script. So copying this script in here and pasting it. So this is the script path. Going to run build. Now saving it, and this script is taking from the folder. So I'm going to deleting this jar. Right now it is running, so that's why. So let's check. You will see this jar is copied from 3:43 minutes. So I'm just going to run this build. Now let's check what will happen. Going to create build. Build is creating. Test cases is running. Test cases is fast. Killing the process ID. Running the Spring Boot application. Yeah, build is successful. You can also see newly created, newly running jar process ID. This is the process ID. So I have also shown you that script will create a script, and that script will store in anywhere in your system or any server. Then use that script to create the build of application and run the application as well. So these information with the practical I have provided in this video. So thank you for watching my video. If you like my video, so you can subscribe my channel, then you will get the further update. Thank you.